messages that come through that don't resonate, just know that this is general. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising. If there are messages that don't resonate for you, do check those other Sun, Moon, Rising signs, because you might find that there will be more info for you in there. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your comments, likes and subscriptions. My information is in the description box below. Do reach out if any of these messages resonate for you. If you've got any questions, I do provide private readings, and you can go through the process of booking a reading with me via my website. Is the best place. Otherwise, you can email me directly, but those messages do tend to end up in my spam folder, so just keep that in mind if I don't get back to you too straight away. Maybe get in touch again so that I can definitely get you a reading to you there. Okay. Let me just have a look at what we've got here. Some of you are going to be feeling a little bit imbalanced throughout the month. For some of you, you've got a real severe case of the old green eye. And I don't feel that for some of you it is very much that there's jealousy within the relationship. But for some of you, otherwise, there's definitely a focus here where you're putting so much focus and envy into somebody else. You're envious of their current situation. You're envious of, for some of you, this is a work-related situation where both parties were involved in a project and you've put in equal amounts of effort, but it's almost like this other person has gained a little bit more from the outcome, and you're bitter about it, you're envious of it. And they're definitely saying don't let that focus, don't let that intention come back to you negatively. Don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Some of you are going to be questioning your workplace environment. Is this really what I want to be doing? And you may even be seeking out new work for some of you, changing your employment, looking at a certain situation that's going on in March on a bigger scale than simply being a one incident thing. You might base this incident on the grounds for moving on. There's definitely an imbalance here for some of you though for March. For others, just the opposite. For others, you're just sort of starting to feel like things are coming full circle and you're slowly starting to get back on track again. I feel like for some of you, February was a bit rough, emotionally, spiritually, and where you thought you were, where you thought your place was, the energy of February has kind of shifted some of that for you. So you're some of you are a little bit lost as to which path to take at the moment, leading forward into March. For some of you, that energy, that questioning your spiritual motives and your spiritual place, you're going to be really going within. And they're definitely saying by doing that, you'll get the advice that you need in which way to go, what to do next. They're definitely saying not to lose faith in your practice, not to lose faith in your path, and know, for some of you, it's almost like you've found your spiritual path, you've found where you want to be heading, but you're questioning whether it's the right fit for you. Maybe you dived in a little bit too quickly and made a too quick of a decision, and now you're second guessing everything, because it's like, I thought that was my path, I'm not feeling like that's my path now. Do I even know anything? Like, what's going on? And it feels like everything that you've based your decisions on has sort of been flipped, and you're questioning a lot. Just know that you don't have to have any one set path. Like, it's not like, oh, okay, I'm going to choose to do this, or I'm going to choose to think this way, or I'm going to choose to feel this about these situations. Know that if that changes, that's totally fine. Like, you're not going to be stagnant with your spirituality ever. And that's not to say that you can't be. Like, you might find the one thing that is enough, but even within finding that one thing, if you do, that is for you, and you do want to keep going with and maintain along your journey, the aspects within that will not be the same. So how you go about implementing that, how you go about working with that decision, how you go about, those stages of development for whatever it is that you choose to follow, and invest time and energy into, the aspects of that will change and adapt. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to make 110% decisions or 100% decisions and then doubt them when it comes time, when you're being called and your intuition is telling you to change things up or to try something different. Totally fine. Like, totally fine. In fact, it's good for you. For some of you in that aspect, it's going to benefit you to really try and find like your tribe or a spiritual mentor, or somebody that you can confide in, somebody that you can ask these questions. Like, for some of you, I feel like you are very spiritually connected and you are intuitive, and you do have these conversations and connect with your guides and with spirit. And for some of you, you're going to, like, you think that by going and seeking further advice from somebody else in the field or somebody else in your spiritual realm, that it reflects badly on you. It's like, okay, I'm so connected to spirit, I'm so connected to my guides, I'm so connected to this pathway. But it's like when you go and seek more guidance through somebody else, it's almost like you're looking at it as though, I should know that. Like, why do I not know that? And it doesn't always work that way. Like, you can be very sound and very secure and very understanding of your needs and how you're being shown and protected and guided, but you might still need every now and then to go and seek further advice. And it doesn't necessarily have to even be going to somebody like a psychic, intuitive, medium, whatever, and asking a specific question. It could just be in general conversation, like with somebody that's in the same field that you feel a connection to. Sometimes just conversating with excuse me, with that person, having that mentor that you can fall back on for support and guidance in those times where you do get a bit stuck. That there's nothing wrong with that. They're saying, like, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, and don't put so much pressure on your spiritual path. Okay. Some of you are going to be getting some good payback, like good news in March. Like some sort of award or recognition, or like you're going to be, some of you are really going to be in the spotlight coming up to March. For some of you, this is a professional aspect. For some of this is a self-gratification. And for others, I see like weddings. Some of you are getting married. And it's just like, for some of you, all eyes are going to be on you for whatever this scenario is in March. Good, bad, whatever. Some of you are going to welcome this attention. Some of you have worked hard for it. You want this recognition. You want this payout. Did you guys? What are you going to do? Yeah. Whereas for others, it's definitely going to be unwanted attention. Some of you are really going to be focused on your health come March. Not so much that there's something going on that you need to, like, something going on that's putting your health in danger. It's more just it's like you've had a certain opinion when it comes to weight loss. This is weight loss. When it comes to weight loss and your health, and something in March is going to change not your perception. It's almost like you know what you need to do, you know exactly how it will pan out, but something's going to change your motivation in terms of actively changing your lifestyle, making better choices. It's almost like through this realization or this motivation, it's really going to rock the foundations for some of you in a positive way, in a good, like it's a good thing. Excuse me. Some of you, okay, for those of you that do candle work or use candles, they're saying make sure before you leave they're blown out. Like, put the candle out. I'm hearing like someone leaves the house and leaves the candles burning. Don't do that. Like, pay attention to that. Make sure that the candles are blown out. So, Cancer, don't leave the candles on. Blow them out. Don't leave the house and leave them burning. If you're doing this and it's for a ritual or something like that, they're like, change the ritual. Don't burn a candle for 12 hours. Like, do it a different way. Use water and submerge for 12 hours. Whatever, you know. You'll figure it out. Some of you are, okay, I see twins coming in. Some of you are having twins, or you've had twins, or someone's had twins and you're going to see these twins in March. Twins for someone. Someone's got something to do with twins. There's twins coming in for somebody in March. Again, some of you are changed up how you go about certain things. Again, this is like a lifestyle change. It's like some of you have gone about doing things a regimented, particular way, and all of a sudden you decide to really mix things up. And let me just see with that what that. Some of you have really felt going to be feeling that like you're not being supported enough. There's people in your family that you don't feel are putting your needs and putting your needs or you at all. Not that they're not putting you first, but you're feeling like you're not even on the radar. And you feel like in this situation you've had to balance, mitigate, like delegate a few different people in this scenario, and like you've picked up the pieces, you slotted things in and made it so that everybody else is cool, and whatever this situation is, it's like, okay, now this shit's happened to me and nobody's here. Some of you are definitely going to be feeling like abandoned because of whatever this situation is. The fact that you've put in the energy, the time, and you've not done that done that expecting any return, but you're pissed off that now when you need these people, they're not there for you. Some of you are going to be driving along and hear, like every time you get in the car, it's the same song playing. And this song is some form of, some of you just need to pay attention to what's on the radio, and if it's the same song playing and you're hearing it each time, get the song and listen to it, and there'll be a message in there for you. Pay attention. Why do you keep doing that? Okay. Some of you have been wanting to seek some form of revenge on someone or someone's, and I feel like in March, I feel like you've almost gone out of your way to sabotage this person, people, this situation. And it seems like you've like not manipulated, but it's like you've dropped little bombs, or placed little grenades around the place, and they're all about to go off, and you sort of just slink away before the shitstorm erupts. And you, in the moment of doing this, whatever this is, it's almost like gossiping or just stirring up some shit for some people that have wronged you. But in the process of doing this, you're going to think when they get their comeuppance that you're going to feel really good about it, and it's going to be satisfying because you've conned yourself into thinking that that's going to be the case. But what actually eventuates, like, it's not going to turn out good for you. But I feel that it's too late. I feel that you've already done or said like it's like your bed's been made and now you just have to lie in it. So for some of you, March is going to be pretty rotten in that sense, because you've just been ignorant to the real ramifications of your behavior. And for a little while there, you're going to feel that you've got no one in your court. You'll be able to fix it, but it's going to take time. And it's going to take time for the people that you've hurt along the way to even want to look at helping you. Yeah. Some of you are going to be expanding. Some of you, it's like you do something creatively, you know, painting or something like that. But some of you are going to, you've been doing this for a while, it's building and it's becoming successful, and you're going to be expanding on further, which is something that you probably didn't anticipate, but it's going to be a good thing. Some of you are going to be planning a trip in March. It's not going to be for a couple of years' time, but it is going to be, it's like the trip of a lifetime. It's like the place you've always wanted to go, and you're going to be planning for that. You're just going to bite the bullet and be able to do that. Some of you are going to have to back down from a situation. There's a situation, this is going to be a good thing, like this is a positive thing, but you're going to have to like tail between the legs kind of thing. You're going to have to admit defeat and walk away. Okay. Some of you are going to be there's a lot of work coming in for some of you. It's like some of you are taking on more than one job. You run into at the same time. The balance is just off. Like you can't, there's no time for family, there's no time for nothing, like you just run off your feet. Let me just see. And it feels like you're getting nowhere. For some of you, this is hospitality or waitressing. Let me just see. Let's clarify this. But know that for those of you that are doing this, you know, busting your ass, working 2 jobs, feeling like you're not getting anywhere, know that your employer, your bosses, your team, they're aware of the fact that this is what you're doing. So just keep going, head down, bum up, know that it's going to get easier. I do feel that they're going to step in some way. Something's going to be offered to you that's going to be beneficial to you. Okay. Yeah. For some of you, like the financial strain in March is really present. things have been dire for a while, and I mean dire. But just know that you're still doing what you can do to change the situation. And just know that whoever is, like, it's like there's somebody on the outside and they're aware of this situation, but they're not letting you know that they know the severity. They've some sort of something's happened that's informed this person of the situation and the severity of it. And I feel that they're going to come to you with an offer. An offer that can potentially change. It's not like they're coming in and going like, oh, here's this, let's change your whole life and make everything easier again. But they are going to give you an alternative offer. And excuse me, you might not think that the offer is going to benefit you too much. What's that? This person that comes in may very well be somebody from your past. And the offer that they bring to you in order to help the situation, it's almost like you feel, don't let your pride get in the way here of doing what's going to be right for your current situation. You have had bad blood with this person on like quite a grand level, and you haven't had much to do with them for quite a while. But they're going to realize what's going on, come in and want to help in some way, and you're going to resist. But what I'm hearing is the help that they want to give, it's not coming from their own guilt about the situation. It's not coming from a place of sympathy. They just want to do what's right. But you're going to have to decide whether or not you let bygones be bygones and work through whatever this is and accept the offer, or to keep doing it tough and struggling through. That's pretty much it. Yeah, this has just popped out in relation to that same energy. I feel that this is going to be offered to you in some way as a gift, and I do feel that if you do accept this offer, actually, if you do or don't accept this offer, either way, this relationship, there's going to be this relationship that's been disconnected for so long, the relationship's going to be reunited, whether or not you accept the offer. So I guess that's just for your awareness to know that, like, they're just stressing the fact, like, don't let your pride get in the way of helping you and your family, and know that by accepting the offer, like, it doesn't make you a bad person. I'm not sure what that is, but if that's you, if that's for you, do get in touch. Let's just see what's coming up for you guys. Yeah, some of you are definitely going to be looking into new employment. For some of you, this is going to equate to a wage increase. There's definitely money news coming in for some of you. Some of you just know that for some of you, there's definitely money coming in. Let's see. Whether this happens in March or down the line, but there's definitely money coming in for some of you. Some of you, this is in relation to new employment. Let's just see. Okay. Some of you are going to be almost like you're meditating on something. It's like you're really tossing around different approaches to this situation. For some of you, this is going to cause you to want to take time for yourself, to really be with yourself and sit with this decision, because you don't want to make the wrong, you yourself don't want to make the wrong decision. Overall, definitely some of you are going to receive some sort of offering. Someone's going to be giving you something or offering you something. Some of you are going to need to be seeking the advice from others on certain situations on how to move forward. You've been stuck in the overthought of whatever these situations are, whatever this situation is, and it's reached the point where you don't know what to do, and they're definitely saying to go and seek that advice. Yeah, don't be afraid to go and look for support. Some of you have been struggling with some sort of emotional strain or emotional pressure. And the overall advice here is to definitely go and talk to somebody who can relate, or even just who, like, everybody's sort of got that person, at least that one person that they can go to for like real advice, real honest advice. Like, this person's not going to sugarcoat it for you. If you're stuck and you can't make a decision with something, or like if you just want to have it spelled out for you, no BS, go to that person. They'll give it to you as real as they can. You can choose what you do with what they say, but sometimes it's good to voice a situation to an outside party that's going to give you feedback and change your perception, if that makes sense. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope these messages resonate. Again, you can organise to have a private reading with me. The link is all in the description, and I thank you for watching. Bye.